Okay.
And hello, hello, hello. Hi, friends. Good morning, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning and welcome to snowy Mississippi and South Carolina. June had record snows. T had record snows. And we're wondering if you guys had record snows. I see Robin Vintage Memories in the chat. Hi, Robin. Good morning, good morning. Everyone say hi to Rob.
Oh, yeah, all two of you.
That's all right. We'll have people trickle in.
I ain't standing here.
All right, so you don't have to stand here. There's Mr. Tasman. Hi.
Hey.
There's Adam. Hey, Adam.
What's up, Adam?
So, guys, guess what? We're leaving tomorrow again for Duke. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The doctor called yesterday, and Rob made a decision. And he said, can you be here Thursday for surgery on Friday?
Yay.
We're having surgery on Friday. Woo!
And we will feel better.
Hope so, Robin. We hope so. There's Rev. Hey, what's going on, Richard? We hope so, Robin, because he had a 2.1 potassium level yesterday and they called freaking out. So we've been tripling up on potassium. You did take that double potassium.
No, I threw it in the garbage.
Oh, shush. I'll light the incense. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Gayleen. Hey, Gayleen. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So who got snow? I'm waiting to see who got snow, who doesn't get snow. We got snow. I don't know. What do you think, Rob? 3 inches?
I don't know. I'm in here. That's out there.
I don't know. Maybe we got 3. But June, you got about 7 or 8, right?
Yep. We made history. We made YouTube. There were people down here YouTubing it.
Oh, nice. Hi, Shani. Shirley. Good morning, sweetheart. Adam says we got 3 to 8 inches. I've had snow. Yay, Gayleen.
Well, guys, thank you for all the prayers. And we'll get this done.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Yes, I'm
Good
definitely going to take notebooks and taking notes and everything. Thank you, Shani.
No pictures.
No, I'm not going to take pictures. I get yelled at. Even though I've taken pictures of him in the hospital. Uh-oh. You got something in my chart. All right. Anyway, do you want to wait till I get off till you call his office? Or you want?
Yeah, I'll wait till you.
All right. Okay. He's got a call because we didn't get a time to be there tomorrow. So we did LVADs at our children's.
Do it the next day, T?
Yes, Friday. Friday's the surgery. But we have to be admitted tomorrow.
Right.
So that's the plan. And like I said, it's 4 to 5 hours. 4.5 is the mapping time, but they don't take into account we usually stop at least once or twice. And
how long will they keep him afterwards?
10 days.
Wow.
Hi, Jenny. Good morning.
ICU afterwards or regular?
Yes, ICU. Yes. Yeah, because don't forget, this is like a heart transplant. They're going to crack his chest open. It's 4 to 6 hours of surgery. He's on a heart and lung pump. He's intubated, all these things that, that have risks. So we had no snow in Memphis this week, just cold, potentially drain on state of Tennessee due to extreme cold across the state. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, it's good and bad. I mean, it's the same procedures, so to speak, as if he was to get a heart. The only difference is he's getting the pump instead. And, I talked about it the other night, so we won't rehash it, but there is a lot of, side effects when it comes to getting the heart as opposed to this. So 9 and 7 last 2 nights. Oh, -9 and -7. Wow.
What was that? Oh,
Gayleen was.
Put a sweater on.
When does it become black ice? When it melts, T, or when?
Yeah, it melts and refreezes.
It refreezes, right?
Yeah.
So
but that's when you can see the pavement and you think the pavement is good, but you don't know there's like a sheet of ice on top of it because it looks just like the road.
So now's the worst time to really be driving, right?
No,
Is while
the
it's
sun's
melting.
out, isn't it?
Yeah, the sun is your sun out?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, when it starts getting dusk,
Yeah, like dusk tonight, you don't want to be out there.
the sun will break it up.
Okay.
For sure.
You know, it's mighty ironic when you get snowed in. It's like you run out of groceries. You know what I mean? It's you feel you need to go, and you really don't.
No. Yeah, see, Robin says no age limit with VAD. You may get another 5 to 10 years, Rob. Don't hang up those cooking utensils yet.
No plans on
He has no plans on it, trust me. When he comes back, we might have to go back to cooking videos so he can raise some money.
Teresa's going to cook for us when I'm gone. Yay!
No, I'm not. You don't wish that on anybody. Tonight will be bad with black ice. Robert, how much snow or ice did you guys get? We wish we would get some melting. Well, Jenny, that's going to be hard at a negative 17 with a real.
Yeah, okay, how much sun comes out? Let me go bother Scooby-Doo.
All right. He's going to bother Scooby-Doo. That's his nickname for Daddy Dearest. So I don't know what we got. I think we got probably 3 inches. It's just, we don't have any resources. So Sheep Picker, Lori, yay. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. Did everybody get snowed?
Thank you, Robin.
Sheep Picker, did you get snowed in too? Did your area get snow? Good to see you, Lori.
Yeah, I got a checkup this afternoon at 2:45. I've been doing pretty good.
Oh, were you going this afternoon? You said this afternoon?
No. They're not. They shut down everything. It's a phone call checkup.
Oh, okay. Thanks, honey. Did you get snow? I like the screen better than the green screen. Oh yeah.
I don't like the green screen either. Steve's moving around and it.
I know it disappears my hands. This actually is a new screen that I put up in the back of the sunroom.
Oh wow!
I don't know. It's hard to say.
And I did it because
she's saying 3 inches. I don't know if that's right.
That's one of the reasons I did it. To kind of give me a little privacy in the back because I want to make some videos, and I mentioned that I was going to do the Team T Academy videos so I can record some shorts. So, because here I even brought my microphone and put it to the table, and I have all my lighting and everything here with my big, my big lights and stuff like that. So that's why I did it, so I can kind of set this whole corner up with that. So we'll see. No plows, no salt, no snow shovels. Why? Because it don't snow here. How is my Rob doing? Well, Lori, I guess you haven't paid much attention. I know you're a busy girl. But we've been through a lot. He's, hospitalizations and heart transplant possibilities. And Friday's actually having surgery for a mechanism called an LVAD. So just say some prayers. Everybody just say some prayers. And we'll be at Duke probably for about 2 weeks. So that's the plan. And I don't know how much I'm going to be able to go live, guys. Maybe next Tuesday or Wednesday night, because I do have to come home and take Dad to the doctor Wednesday and Thursday. So maybe like Wednesday night we'll do it. 3 inches of snow will last less than 36 hours in the South. Just stay home and ride it out. Southerners get plenty of food, but no experience in driving. Of course. Nobody's going to run out of food. I mean, our pantry is stocked. I mean, if we have to have a bowl of soup or spaghetti, we've got plenty of that stuff. Tuna fish or sardines or cereal, hot or cold. No, Vintage Memories. He can't right now. In fact, I did mean to call him and Vanessa last night. I didn't do it. I forgot. So I will do it later because they're not even aware yet. I did call the boys last night. We spoke to both Brian and Christopher. So we filled them in. In fact,
Are they coming?
No, not now. Brian and actually Christopher wants to come too in March. That was Brian's plan to come back again. So Chris is like, I'm going to try to work it out where we can come too. So it's fine. I really don't need anybody here right now. You know, again, I'm not going to be here for 2 weeks. That'll be fine. I'll check back in with him next week. And, you know, we've left him plenty of stuff here. And Rob's going to make a few extra things to keep in the refrigerator, you know, to keep him sustained. So it's fine. Leftover chili in my refrigerator too. Vintage memories. Warm skillet of cornbread. Oh. Lori's asking how you doing, June.
Oh, sorry. I'm doing good. I was just sitting here thinking, did I need to go to? I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
I didn't know if I needed to go help you out. We'll talk.
Okay.
Because if I need to come, I'll come.
I know you will. You know, at the end of the day, you know, the first couple of weeks are going to be a little challenging, you know, for both of us. You know, it was funny because one of my friends in the neighborhood here actually reached out to me yesterday, the day before, whatever it was, and asked me how Rob was doing. And I explained to her, you know, what was happening. She said, oh, my brother has the battery. She didn't know what it was called. And they actually called and we spoke to them, and Duke may limit visitors. Yeah, they will. They're not allowing anybody under the age of 12, only one visitor at a time. And to be honest with you, I'm lucky I can probably even stay with him. So that's it. Nobody else is coming. It's all good. Hi, KK. How are you, sweetheart? And the couple that we spoke to, with the gentleman that has this, they're originally from New York. They actually live by Duke. They're in Durham. And it was just really, again, coincidental that she was able to share, you know, and the husband said to me, T, you actually are going to be more challenged at times because you have to clean the dressing. And for the first week, I don't even remember now. Everything's a little bit blurry. I think daily it has to be changed. And then after that, weekly. So, and they don't send a nurse. They don't send any home health care or anything like that. I don't even know what's going to happen with his home health care at this point, because the nurse comes now and does wound care. And I mean, I flush the IV every day, but he's not going to have that anymore. And then she does the wound care and changes the IV bag. Obviously, she won't be coming for that. So I'm not sure if they're still going to have any of that going on. So we'll see what happens. You know, we'll play all that by ear, but that's kind of what's going on here. And if you guys don't already know, we've gotten snow. Junebug got snow, big snow in, I think, where Glenn Swamp Picker is. I'm not sure if Glenn's around. He might be digging out. I think he is in Louisiana, and New Orleans got like 9 or 10 inches, like record snows. Tallahassee got over 6 inches. Florida, could you imagine? So very, very strange weather pattern, very strange amount of snow for everyone down here in the South. And we don't have any way to get rid of it. We don't have any plows and sand and salt trucks. In fact, our garbage is supposed to be picked up today, and they called yesterday that the garbage is being delayed till tomorrow. So we're hoping tomorrow morning we can get out and drive to Duke and it'll all be good. So that's the plan. But yeah, it's crazy. So I am starting to work, and this will actually keep me busy while we're in the hospital. I will finish up the sheets for February. So we'll get them out for February. And I think if I have time, like I had mentioned the other night, I think what I'll do is I'll create them for the rest of the year. This way they're ready to go and it'll be easier for me. I did not get anybody send me an email or a text message of any columns you guys need hidden. So please do that if you need me to, unless you can handle that yourself. And if you can, that's great. It's going to be yours to keep. I'm not going to ask you to send them back. I'm not going to be checking up on you guys. It's going to be, like Shani said the other night, on the honor system, right? So unless you guys actually need help with something, you're going to, we're going to kind of be self-accountable. Look into a nursery that is willing to be a background for advice and can check on it with you. I don't think she's speaking to me. Oh, we have one already, KK. I just, again, I just don't know how much they're going to allow her to come, after. Maybe she'll
know about Rob. I had to let him know. He's been wanting to know.
Oh, James?
Yeah.
How's he feeling?
He's doing pretty good. We still hadn't got in for his hands because they're swelled up. So he went to the doctor Friday, and they're thinking about doing a corticosteroid shot in his knees. Because cortisone.
Yeah,
shot. Knees are all swelled up, but he's doing pretty good. Y'all, it's just the normal stuff, from his age.
Right, right. Well, that's why I can't believe they won't even the primary care until you get in to see the neurologist you're going to actually be going to the rheumatologist.
September or October now. And they still haven't called us to get us an appointment.
Oh my God, so crazy.
So they put him on another round. This is the 4th round of steroids. I don't know how I feel about that. What do y'all think about a long-term steroids? Is that not good for?
No. You want to get him on like Plaquenil. That's what I took for years with the rheumatoid. I have mixed connective tissue disease, and Lucinda, hi sweetheart. Lucinda,
my cells are not real good. They're sporadic, should I say?
Yeah, but you had some nice sales.
Yeah, they're what I'm selling is a little over 100, but they're sporadic.
Right. I hate it, says Lucinda. She got snow. It's all right. Hopefully it'll go fast. That's the good thing. The sun is closer here to us in the south, so it will melt a little bit quicker once the sun is at high.
I was amazed to see the beach. I drove down to the beach, T.
Did you?
You know how the water comes up onto the sand? It was froze solid.
Oh,
it was
wow.
amazing to see that.
Sure.
Yeah. And the police were down there just trying to step on it. They were just messing around, trying to keep, make sure everybody was safe. People down here, because like I said, we did make history because we've never had that much ever. And we haven't had snow since 2014. So people were really in a good mood, I guess therapy type thing, and everybody was out walking around and stuff, and their dogs walking their dogs in it and stuff. But I just it's amazing what God can do, to be honest with you. It was beautiful. And I know people in the north see it all the time and hate it, but I would not want to live with it deeper or anything. And I'm ready for it to go now. I can tell you that. I wouldn't want to live in an area where it was like you were in New York. Right. How deep did y'all ever get?
Oh, in New York, we've had blizzards upwards of 24 or 36 inches at times. Oh,
you didn't open your door? How did you get out of your house?
In 1978, my brother was 2 years old, and the snow was way over his head. I probably have pictures somewhere where my father had shoveled, the sidewalk and stuff. And we didn't have snow blowers back then. We had to physically shovel that stuff. I was 12.
How do people go to work?
But, when snow was like that back east, they closed schools. Anything more than usually 6 inches or so, they used to close.
Then how do you get paid?
You don't.
If you don't go to work.
Yeah, you don't get paid.
And how do you pay
the day off, or you take a sick day, or you take a... So let me answer a couple of questions here. Yes, hydrochloroquine, also known as Plaquenil. That's what Lucinda was saying that she hates. I don't take it anymore, Lucinda, although that's what they were giving during the pandemic. I kind of wish I had some hanging out, but I don't. But it did help a lot with a lot of the side effects. When I had lost 76 pounds back in it was probably 2014 or 2016. I don't remember the year exactly. I stopped taking it and never took it again. The weight loss really helped subside my mixed connective tissue disease. Although I get the lupus mask and you guys can see it every once in a while. It looks like it's rosacea, right? But that's one of the many side effects of having mixed connective tissue disease, besides the rheumatoid arthritis in my joints. But really, that keeping the weight off has definitely subsided, for sure. And then Robin was saying corticosteroids, or what they were talking about, putting in his knees and stuff. They do have side effects, but it will help with James' strokes. May make him hungry, but he'll have bonus energy. And making James hungry is fine. He's so skinny. He could afford to gain weight. He's not in our category for sure.
He's lost a lot more,
and James tries to put it on, so that's fine. Texas had a blizzard warning the other day. Last one was in 1892. I know, these are records, Lori, for sure. When I lived in northern Michigan, I went out the kitchen window once since I had to get to the hospital. We left work before the plows hit the neighborhood. And then Jeffrey said, the worst snowstorm I've ever seen with the blizzard, 1978, right, Jeffrey? Hi, good morning, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, where were you then? Pennsylvania? Because they probably got hit as bad as we did in New York. It never helped me losing weight. No, it should not help you. Chloroquine or Plaquenil, it didn't help me lose weight. I lost weight. It had nothing to do with the drug I was on. I'm not one of these people that want to take drugs to lose weight. Like half my friends are taking that other stuff now, that type 2 diabetic medication that's supposed to make you lose weight. I have friends that are actually taking that stuff to lose weight, which is going to be a long-term problem for them. But, you can only tell people. Rhode Island. Okay, Jeff, Rhode Island. Sure. The whole Northeast got hit with that blizzard in 1978. Definitely was a big one. And then after that, I think maybe I know 1993, I think it was 1993. We didn't have a blizzard. We had every single day of snow for weeks upon weeks. Stupid snow, 2 inches, 3 inches, sleet, freezing rain. I remember because it was when I first moved in with Rob. And he had a house out east, and I was driving to Queens every day. It was the worst experience of my life for that whole year. Oh, it was horrible that season.
Dang.
But yeah.
I hope this isn't a sign of hurricane season going to be bad. You think of.
Right. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Oh, you're saying you meant losing weight never helped you feel better. Oh, see, it makes me feel so much better for sure. Aches and pains go away. Even cramping and stuff like that go away for me.
Me too.
I used to work in the hospital before. When we had to stay at work. They didn't allow us to leave. Well, it's funny because Rob's heart failure cardiologist called yesterday because he was thrilled to hear the news. And he actually did his residency and fellow at Duke. So he knows all the doctors, and he knows Dr. Milano, who's doing Rob's surgery, who is the head of thoracic cardiac surgery at Duke. And he called us last night, just to kind of tell us that he was, thrilled and everything, and to follow up with the low potassium count. But he said he was sleeping at the hospital last night because he's what do they call that? I always forget the name of that. But anyway, so he was staying because, they don't expect all this weather in the South. We're not supposed to get this stuff. But he's down at MUSC. So I don't know how much downtown Charleston actually got snow. I feel like yes, on call. Thank you. KK, I have a mental block. It was actually the closer you are to the water, the less snow Well, the more snow you got and inlands, like there was
I
like
know we got more than north of us did. We got more.
Yes,
And we're
that's
on the water.
pretty much what happened here too. Yeah. So the people south of us actually got more snow. Like Summerville, where I am, don't forget, I'm a little off the ocean here.
Oh, we let our pipes drip. Do you, T?
Yes, our pipes are wanting to freeze. Yeah, you got to let them drip,
We
Lucinda.
dripped ours.
Yeah.
We can let them stop now, can I?
Yeah, well, you see, here's the thing.
Stop the water.
It doesn't go, remember this, it doesn't go with the snow, it goes with the temperatures. So you could have no snow, but if the temperatures go below freezing, you want to do that because your pipes are probably not insulated like a lot of ours. Like up in the Northeast, we never really had those problems unless
prepared for it.
The walls were open, right? Unless the walls were open or some crazy anomaly like, last year, I know it got very cold here. My aunt's hot water heater froze up because hers was outside, and that's not unheard of either here in the South. So
I was looking on YouTube trying to find something to watch, and you know how you see things. They said that in the North, that y'all's outside water faucets had longer pipes on them than here in the South, where ours are up against the house.
Yes,
y'all had longer pipes so that the water wouldn't freeze. Is that correct?
I guess. I don't. Who remembers? I mean, I didn't really. We never really had a problem. Thank God. Knock on wood. So I don't know. So anyway, so that's my plan. Guys, please just email me or shoot me a text if you need any of those columns done, because I want to do the whole February through December sheets and just get them out so you guys can have them. So Lori, I saw you did have a question about listing and stuff like that. So I've been doing like a weekly listing. We got away from it when the holidays came upon us, but we've been trying to do like Thursday evenings to do like a listing party where we all just get a chance to list, put stuff in draft, spend as much time. Keep your cabinet doors open where you have faucets during freezing temperatures. Oh, I read that too yesterday. Thank you, Adam. Cool. Yeah. So that's a good idea too, Lucinda. Open up the pipes where your kitchen sink open up the pipes.
Oh, that way the heat from in the house can get under the cabinet. T, you need to make sure tonight when you go to packing that you take, it's not like you're down the road, can run home and get something. Plenty of things to keep you busy, your mind too, to keep yourself busy while you're in the hospital.
Oh, I've got plenty.
You can't run home and get something.
Right.
No,
I know.
I'm just.
No, I know. And,
I'm trying to help you out there.
No, I appreciate it because that's why I'm definitely going to get that done and get that out to you guys. And then believe me, I've got plenty to do with my Shopify stores. And then, I'm still catching up with my eBay. I won't be listing anything new, but I have stuff that's still in draft and stuff that is ended that I'm going to, list. The only thing is I'm trying to decide today, I'm going to have to make a decision on how long am I going to put my store out. I think what I'm going to do right now, I always have my store on 2 days. So if I sold anything today, I'm going to have a problem if I don't get it out tomorrow, which I'll leave it here with my dad and the postman will pick up. So that's not a problem. So I don't mind leaving it today alone, but definitely by tonight, I'm going to have to change it. Tomorrow will be Thursday, and I won't be home to the earliest Tuesday, but won't be able to ship Wednesday. So I'm going to have to figure out, maybe put it on 4-day turn time. I don't know. I'll figure it out what's going to work best. This way I won't be caught up. I don't want to shut down my store and put it on vacation. I'd rather just turn my 2 days into 4 days. Because every time I put it on vacation,
you're going to be gone 2 weeks, T.
Yeah, but I'm going to come home next week for Dad, so I can ship.
Oh, that's right.
If I sell anything right, between now and then I can always change it when I go back again. Like if I don't sell any, like, once I go back, let's say next Wednesday afternoon or something, I can always then push it out another 4 days or whatever. If you have copper pipes, keep it running and wrap pipes with pool noodles to help.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea too. Since I retired, I forgot how to do spreadsheets, so I will list but not count. That's fine, Robin. Some people ask me for them, and I'll definitely, include you in that. And shoot them out to everybody. Will be on there. That was on the last one. If anybody wants to join, just let me know, and then just let me know what platforms you sell on, so I can hide the rest of the columns. And June and Gayleen and Adam and
Mine's easy. It's just eBay.
yeah, some people know how to definitely hide the columns. And if you guys don't know how, that's fine. As long as I know which ones, that's, to keep open, I will do that. So just email me or text me which one. So if you sell on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay, just put that in the text. I sell on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay, and then I'll leave those columns open. Also, I did take a little bit of a account the other night, or asked you guys if anybody here sells on Depop or on Grailed. I don't know how. I only do eBay. That's fine, Nicole. I'll just make sure that I just hide everything but eBay. Some of you have a second eBay store. I already have eBay #2 on there, and I have other on there. Sorry, I'm at work, can't talk but listening. All right, no problem, Nicole. The sheets will have it all on there. If you don't know how to hide them, just let me know. Nicole, you're just one eBay store. If there's anything else that I need to leave unhidden. But if nobody does Grailed and nobody does Depop, I'm going to take them off of there completely. So just let me know. If you're not, then I want to know. But I thought somebody had told me on here they either did Depop or Grailed. I used to do Grailed many, many moons ago when we first got into clothes, and it wasn't even worth my while, so I didn't bother. Damn, I'm glad we have a well, or I would have one hell of a water bill, right? Oh, our water bill sucks here in the South. Trust me when I tell you, it's, when we lived up north, that was the one thing that was really cheap. Like our water bill every 6 months was 2 different prices. The first time around it was $25, and the second time around it was about $100 and something. That was twice a year. Here, our water bill is most of months during the summer $100 or more a month. I think one month it was $200 a month, which is crazy. But the electric is different here, because electric on Long Island in the heat of the summer with the pool and the sprinklers and everything else running, air conditionings and everything, could have been $500. Here in the South, the most I've ever had an air conditioning bill might have been $200 for a month. So it is much different. So, you pay for some things where you don't.
Water bill's about 72. But we finally got rid of our phone bill that was $570 a month.
Oh my God! Thank God! Thank God.
So how when you get rid of something like that, it takes several months before you finally see what your bill's going to really be.
Right.
Because I don't know why, but because you always have prorated stuff, from getting rid of it in the middle of the month. So I think we paid our first bill for our cell phones, and it was $110.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were paying AT&T, $297. So the $110 replaced the $297 part of the AT&T. So that's a big savings right there.
Sure.
Right? We kept AT&T for our internet, and they dropped it to $60 for us staying with them. And our TV we just got rid of, which was charging us $160. So that's a savings, $160 there. We're so happy though. And guess what? No car notes.
Yay! She paid off her car. Yay!
Brand new car, paid for, basically brand new.
Hi, Craig. Welcome in, Land Shark. Why in the world would it be $570? So Jenny, she's explaining why, because she had all this extra stuff.
It was we had our internet, TV, and cell phones all combined, which was $570 a month. So
we're lucky because the HOA I live in, it's part of my HOA fee, is they pay the internet and the cable is all included with my HOA. So I don't have a separate bill for that, which is, I pay the HOA every month, but it still works out to me. It's still a savings, and it's Spectrum. I see Lucinda has Spectrum, and thank God, I'm going to knock on wood when I say this, but we really have had maybe one or two little intermittent down, because of wind or just freaky things, but nothing significant with that. And my phone bill, I went from Verizon to Mint Mobile. If anybody wants to switch to Mint, please don't do it before they ask me, because I do get a little perk if you want to switch. So Robbie pays $15 a month. I pay $45 a month. And that's just because I took all the extras. That's the top tier of Mint Mobile, which at the end of the day really is T-Mobile. And the service here is wonderful because Verizon sucks here anyway for service. For whatever reason, this particular area does not have enough towers for Verizon. And my cousin and my aunt drop calls and have problems all the time. But yeah, so if anybody wants to switch, you have to, the first time you take them, I think they only allow you to take 3 months at a time to make sure you like the service and you get the service everywhere, which they did with me. And I only paid $15 an hour in the first time out. So for Rob and I to go from, again, like June, a $300 or $400 Verizon bill to a $30 bill for cell phones a month is a big difference. Of course, like her, she got rid of a child. I got rid of Brian, right? There was certain things.
We had five phones, an iPad, Apple Watch, and all that stuff. So, I mean, we just, I don't think anybody sits down and we retired this year. So we really sat down and started evaluating. T and I talked about this, and T said, Gene, you just really, need to sit down and see what you're paying. It is astronomical. We pay $1,165 a month for insurance, health insurance, not even car insurance included. And 3 vehicles have full coverage. You sit down and you think about what it costs a month to survive. That's not counting food, power. You sit down and it costs money to survive.
Yeah, and the beginning of the year is worse. We went to get one of Robbie's drugs yesterday, and it was $400 and something. The other one was $300. I'm like, oh my God. So Rob was like, you can keep him on the shelf. I don't need him this week. And now he's going in the hospital. So hopefully we can buy ourselves some time.
Yeah. And I'm starting all over with deductibles. We're starting all over now. It's the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh, Lord.
Well, that's why I had a shit fit too about Rob's central line that they had to change because we couldn't draw blood from it. And they had just put it in on Christmas Eve. And we had to go back last Tuesday and have it changed. And they wanted $400. And I feel like, you know what? This wasn't my fault you're changing it. You just put a line in Christmas. Why am I paying again? Whatever. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. So Adam's asking, which listing service do you recommend, T, which automatically lists on several platforms? All right, Adam, there are 3 different ones. One is called Vendu. One is called List Perfectly. And the one that I use is called Flip. Now, I think my link is in the description below. If it's not, I'll see if I can post it here. Now, Flip charges $9 a month. List Perfectly, I don't know what they're charging anymore. I know their top service used to be about $65 a month. You probably could get a lower service. And then Vendu is another one, and I really don't know a lot about Vendu, but I think Shani, if you're still here, I think Shani might use Vendu. and she raves about it. Again, I pay the $9 a month to stick with Flip. They used to be free. Now they all, they want a piece. Everybody wants a monthly fee. It's amazing. And it doesn't automatically list to the other platforms. What it does is it's a central housing. So whatever platform you list on first, you connect all your platforms with that integration. So if you list on eBay, you log into Flip and you pull your eBay listings in. And then you say, okay, I'm also on Mercari. And then you put your Mercari in there. And then you can transfer your eBay listings and share them over on Mercari. Now, Mercari, I think, has the ability to share your listings on Whatnot. Or is it Poshmark? I can't remember now. I think it's Mercari. And those of you who know, help me out in the chat. Now, Flip does Poshmark, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, Grailed, Depop, I think Amazon, Etsy, and coming soon, Shopify. Not that I would ever put any of my stuff over there, but if you're going to want to do your own personal Shopify store instead of paying eBay fees at some point, but you still got to get people to come over there. So it's still advertising involved. So again, that's something to consider later on. Shani may not be here anymore. She's not answering me. So I'm not sure if anybody knows what the cost of Vendu is. If anybody does, let me know. Now, the other thing is that when you list over on those markets, and you could list over on 3 different markets. I used to have Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay that I shared all those listings with. I didn't share to my Etsy store because my Etsy store is print on demand. It's a little bit different. You can also list directly in Flip and push to other sites. Yes, Craig, thank you. With all of these, there is still too much manual intervention required, in my opinion. I don't really disagree with you, Craig, and that was going to be what I was going to say. So if you list over on Flip and you share to Poshmark, Mercari, Etsy, wherever you share to, and then you sell it over on eBay, it only takes it down from eBay. You have to go into Flip and you have to take it down. Now, once you mark it as sold, it will remove it from all the platforms so you don't have to log in to Poshmark, to Mercari, to Etsy and remove it yourself. But to me, that still is a separate step. And to your point, Craig, yes, I agree. There is still a lot of manual. Sorry. All right, Shani, no problem. Shani, do you have Vendu? I think you have Vendu. Let me know. But I think that either Vendu or now List Perfectly, one of them does remove it from all of the platforms, but you have to have listed directly in the platform first. Like if you list directly into List Perfectly and you sell the item, I believe that's the only way that it will automatically remove from all your platforms. But again, I'm not doing that kind of volume that I'm even going to list in there. My main platform still is eBay, will always be eBay, and I list directly into eBay, and then I share, and I was sharing to Poshmark. I'm not anymore. You guys know I love Poshmark, and I'm just doing Mercari as my secondary, listing. No, I use Flip, not paying outrageous money for Vendu or List Perfectly. Yeah. And basically, Shani, that's why I'm not doing List Perfectly. I used Courtney's link in the beginning, Courtney's Bolo Buddies, for those of you that don't know. And if you're not following my friend Courtney over on Bolo Buddies, please do. But Courtney used to have a link, and I used to use it. I used it a couple of times under my name, and then we used it a couple of times under Rob's name. But again, it wasn't perfect. I don't know if they've gotten better over the years. So we were getting discounts and half price and things like that where it was worth it for me. And there is the issue of end and sell similar breaks the connection, I believe, if you end and sell similar from eBay. Yes, 100%, Craig. So there's so many things that it kind of does that I don't like. But I don't always push everything over to Macari. I do a few things, and I don't really like to keep a lot of inventory over there. First of all, Macari buyers to me are cheaper than even eBay things. Like you guys complain about eBay where you list something for $30 and they're asking you to pay 10 or 15. They'll ask you to pay 3 over on Macari. Sometimes it's like crazy.
Oh, guess what?
What?
I listed, I have to tell y'all this. It was so, it's kind of, it made me mad. I had a doll listed. And I even put in the description, like new condition. Y'all, this doll was perfect. Had it listed for $125. I said it looked like it had never even been touched. Okay? They offered $25 for it. It was listed for $125. I thought, well, maybe they typoed it. And I put, oh, no, I can't do that, So I said, well, I'll take 110. I really didn't even want to do that because I specifically said that I sell a bunch of dolls at that same price that are in less quality condition as that one was. The lady kept texting me back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And I kept telling her what good condition that doll was, opposed to some of the others that I do sell and get more for.
Right.
I thought that was a slap in the face for her asking for $25 for that doll. People cease to amaze me.
Right. And Robin's right. Sometimes I feel like sometimes they're kids, when I do Facebook Marketplace, there's one thing, if you're a Facebook Marketplace person, you'll understand, is this available? Well, it wouldn't be listed if it's not available. And sometimes I feel like that is also kids or scammers or things like that, because at the end of the day, first thing I do before I even answer one question on Facebook Marketplace is I click on their profile and I see what they're all about. eBay listings. What is Craig saying? Adam, what are you trying to get? Adam, what are you trying to get? Whatnot? Oh, I share on Whatnot. I think the only place that shares on Whatnot, and guys, help me out. I forget now if it's Macari. I'm not logged into any of them right now. I could probably look on my phone. Macari or Poshmark, one of them will let you share over to Whatnot. So again, you could do backdoor. You could list on eBay, share your listings over to Poshmark or Macari, and then you can transfer all your listings into Whatnot, and then you'd actually have them listed on 3 different platforms, eBay, Poshmark, and Whatnot. I believe it's one of them. I can't remember exactly which one.
When you recommend us to sell similar, how close to current do you feel comfortable for us to go?
You mean, in other words, 30, 60, 90, 120 or longer?
Close to current date.
Yeah, I usually do 90 days or more. So
in other words, today's date, you're comfortable. Am I saying it right? I'm not explaining myself right.
You're asking if to end the listing to sell similar, how new or old do you want the listing to be? I usually do. I start with my oldest listings first, and sometimes my oldest listing could be 8 months. There was times my oldest listing was more than a year, right? Because I just haven't gotten around to doing them. When I had thousands and thousands of items up there, I just couldn't do a lot of that stuff.
So today's January. I can, as long as I can go all the way to November of last year. Don't go any more. Don't sell similar for December.
There are people that do. I don't. Honestly, I don't.
That's like wasting money, isn't it?
Well, again, I don't spend money. I don't know if you're spending money because I get 10,000 listings a month.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like I can list 10.
I do too.
Yeah, so you could list up to 10,000 items a month, and that's provided they're not in a specific category too, because like sports that I have some stuff on Robbie's store. Robbie actually is the premier store. I've actually downgraded again on my own personal store just because I don't have a lot. Because Robbie was
wait
doing
till October, then I can.
No, Adam, I think I understand. Adam, you know you can call me anytime, sweetheart, anytime. But the ending in the sell similar, I just usually go into my eBay store. I go to my active listings, and then I scroll all the way over to the column. You know, when I'm gonna sell similar, I'll scroll all the way over to the column where it says start time, right? And it'll tell me when it was start date. It's actually start date, right? And you know what? I'll tell you right now. I just see an August up here. I have 2 August still in here. I have September. So these are ones that I have to work on. But to be honest with you, I'm still listing stuff that's ended. So I'm trying to get the ended stuff up first, and then I'll worry about ending the August, the September. I have 2 in August, 1 in September, quite a few in October, and quite a few in November. So I'll finish what I'm doing first, then I'll go with the oldest, then I'll keep moving forward.
I like that feature there because you can do them in alphabetical order. You can do them in bin, SKU, whatever. Because that way also you can edit, like you can change.
Yes. I do recommend you change the title around a little bit, especially if it's older, because obviously the keywords are just not being picked up. And play around with the pricing too. Even if you go up, I go up 2% with pricing sometimes. If I do a bulk, I do a bulk relist or sell similar on a scheduled, and you know how you get the 10 come up in the in the thing, and you want to hit schedule, and you can schedule them a couple of minutes apart or however you want to do it for a certain day. I also hit buy it now, and then it allows me to increase or decrease the prices. And sometimes I hit increase and I just do 2%. It's not a lot. That's why you'll see my prices are all over the place. Like something might be 1962 or something.
I know. I like the way you do. Mine's all whole numbers. Never have done it different.
Yeah, and then Vintage Memory says, kind of depends on the item for me. I will refresh postcards and other paper music items every 60 days. And that's not a bad thing either. 60 days. I think Pam, I think she's another one who tells me she usually does 60 or 90 at the most. I just never had the time with the amount of listings that I had to really end thousands of listings and then get them back up, although, you have all the bulk tools and everything, but it doesn't give you enough time to really look over. I can't do more than 5 or 10 end and sell similar at a time without really scrutinizing keywords and pricing and all of that stuff. Plus, sometimes I have shipping errors. I messed up my store again, and this is only me. This probably won't happen to you guys, but because I have Etsy and I share or Printify or Shopify, whatever you want to call it, I share some of those listings into my eBay store. They take over your shipping module and they force you to use shipping rules. And you know how I feel about shipping rules. Some people like them. I don't think you like them either. I think you tried them and you wanted me to take them off for you.
Yes, Lord.
Some people swear by them. I know sometimes it can be easier. It's just not for me. See, like now with pushing Robbie's store out, I can go right into Robbie's profile and I can click all the listings and change the days easily to 4 days turn time for when we go tomorrow, right? For
Right.
me, it's not going to be that easy with those listings because there's rules in there and I can't change it. So I'm going to have to work on that later today too. I might just take off my shop Etsy items. I don't have that many. I play with them every once in a while. I throw a couple in there to see, and I've sold a couple on eBay. Nothing crazy, but you know, everything counts.
Well, I don't know what I would have done without Sell Similar this past 8 months because my life was a turmoil. I was so sick, and then my husband, you know, with the strokes, everything going on, me being in and out of the hospital, you know, I mean, I didn't even know whether I was going to live, to be honest with you. I mean, I really didn't. You know, it was horrible.
Right.
But things are turning around, and 2025 is going to be good. We got a new, never mind, I can't say that. It can't be political. So anyway, it's going to be better.
So Jenny wrote, I try to do at least 50 ends, sell similar every day if I can't do a lot of new listings. 50 is a lot, Jenny, but I guess you're not really tweaking too many titles or pricing unless you're doing, again, a bulk thing like I do and if you guys don't know how to do that, I can definitely show you guys how to go in and end a few items and then sell similar and hit the buy it now to increase the prices or lower the prices. Because sometimes I like to play games, which, you know, people say you shouldn't do, but I do, because if I'm going to run a sale, I'm just mainly changing the price. Now, Jenny, do you put the price up? Do you put it down? Or are you just playing with the numbers? What's your plan of attack there? Because sometimes what I do is I will go in, like I said, and increase the price by 2%. Now, I think the last 2 times that I've done that, I've gone 2%. So like next week or the week after, or whenever I feel like I want to purge things, if I do 10% off my entire store, I'm really only giving up 6% of what I originally
doing nothing to them.
Okay, usually slightly down. Oh, you haven't been running any sales?
I haven't been doing anything to them. I just been sliding them on over.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm gonna have to start doing something then. Maybe that's why I'm not. But these things I've been selling this week has been the ones that I just did. So,
okay.
You know, so I don't know. Maybe I do need to tweak them, right?
Right.
Something on them, right?
Something, yeah. And you know what I like to do, June, and you and Gayleen can look too. I run a sale constantly. Okay. So Gayleen, you have the dolls like June has the dolls. So one of the things, June did sell a couple of dolls in the last 30 days. So what I would do is I would almost copy those titles verbatim, except, you know, where you need to change it for
change colors or hair, whatever.
Yeah, because obviously the algorithm is picking up the title the way you have the title. So even though you might have 10 more dolls listed in your store, maybe the ones you're selling, they like the title.
Yes, you know what I do, T? I copy and paste. I started all off at my twin 23-inch. Then I put the hair color, eye color, and I'll either put what color of shoes she has on or something. And then once I put save for later in the draft, I go to, and then I put, what do you call it? Copy? The same, what do you call it? Where you
copy and paste, you mean?
Yeah, the same listing.
Okay.
And then I just change it. And it copies the whole thing that I just did.
Oh, yeah, sell similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sell similar. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, don't you? And then I just changed whatever that new doll is. Bam. Because y'all kept saying I was spending way too much time on each listing. And I did every doll I have in this house.
Well, some people use templates. Years ago, I used to use templates. When I switched either from glass to everything or from books to everything. I don't remember.
How does that work?
So you can create templates. And I used to do this because I used to have a template for glass or a template for books or a template for records or whatever. Like my record ones used to have a grading system. I didn't grade, but certain things like that, or the books, right? Antiquarian and collectible are not graded due to age. Like I would have as like a set whole saying. But of course, this was before they had a lot of item specifics. I still don't fill out a lot of item specifics, and maybe that's wrong. I know you're crazy with them. I don't do a lot of them. It's just me. But for you, if you're selling similar, it's probably pulling in a lot of that item specific stuff. But I would be careful with that because it might be pulling in like,
And that's why I have 760, what do you call it, where I have to go in and where they tell me I have to fill in more stuff.
Yeah, I do too. I don't bother with that. I mean, I don't do a lot of that item specific stuff. I just don't. I really only do the bare minimum, if not a little bit more.
I think that
Robbie, correct me if I'm wrong. You did a lot more item specifics than I ever did, right?
I do.
Yeah, he does.
Well, when you told me that, I quit.
Put stuff in there just isn't right.
Yeah, because if you do sell a similar one, like if you find something, a lot of times, he does this now, and I used to do this all the time. Because remember, he does a lot more of the listing than I actually do of the listing. He'll go out and let's say, he's going to sell this phone holder, and he'll search it up, and he'll find somebody who has the same one. So he'll go in and hit sell similar. So it populates everything that person has about this. Now, they may have that it's got this little movable thing, and maybe the one he has doesn't. You got to be careful because the listing might have that in the specifics because they had something different than you're actually selling. Hi, Susanna. How are you, honey? Welcome in. All right, KK, you have a great day. Have a wonderful day, honey.
Bye.
I have 10 item-specific recommendations, June. BS.
Yes, I do too. I have 700 and something, but I just leaving them there because he said it don't matter.
Yes, 100%. Definitely.
And since y'all said I was overdoing it, I started zipping through them. I think that's what's got me bummed, T.
Okay.
That I don't want to list anymore. Is because it takes me so long on. I'll sit here for 2 hours to list this cup.
Right. So here's my thing with that. And you know what? Jenny just made a comment. I usually go off an item like mine that's sold. And that's why I'm saying even with the doll, if you spend the time up front for your one listing, let's say you find a doll out there and you find somebody who's got it and you hit sell similar. For that one specific listing, if you take the time, because you have 100 dolls, right? You take the time up front for just the one. And then when that one sells, then you don't have to spend all this time. Like Jenny does a lot of media mail, right? So she knows, if she's got a Blu-ray or a DVD or a children's book or an LP or whatever it's going to be, that she already did that for her own listing. She'll usually go into her own listing and sell similar. So I would go into your own doll that you spent time with to do that, right? Yeah, because Jenny's saying, oh my God, June, don't spend that much time. If you want to do it for the one listing off the bat, great. But after that, I wouldn't waste that kind of time. Now, also, and Robbie will agree with me because I'm sure he will, he was testing out, and I don't know if any of you guys have tested out the AI descriptions that they have in eBay now.
What? Oh, yeah, down at the bottom on the description. Yes. But yes. Robbie said, wait a minute. I finally listened to him and reread everything they write. I found an error.
Yes, you will. So be very careful.
Yes. I started reading every single one of them since he said that. But most of the time, they're pretty cool. Most of the time. And I like it because it is I like the way that they word stuff, but sometimes I don't use theirs. Like on my handmade stuff, sometimes I'll add to it, or take away. I don't like the way they worded it.
Yes. And what they don't do, and I noticed this because I tried it out with something last week. If you you put something up there, let's say small flea bite, like on a piece of glass or something, or you put a flaw in, it doesn't ever take the flaw.
Oh, really?
My title is my description. So Shani, I don't disagree. I used to do that for years where I would just read.
What? How could you do that? They don't let me get by with that. They will not let me list it. They'll say there's no description.
Adam, I dropped it in the chat. I'll drop it again, honey. You got to hit the link. I'll do it again. I don't know if you saw it when I had it up there.
How can she list it without a description?
So what she does is she copies.
Well, she just copies her title in the description.
Correct. So, and that's okay.
Wow.
if you're okay with that. At the end of the day, sometimes
that won't sell it. You told me that won't sell it.
Yeah, sometimes it won't. It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I know Shani for right now, she's doing, Jenny's laughing too, description. But you see, you guys are selling things that are repetitive or things that are simple, like a pair of jeans or a DVD. You don't need a lot of description in that unless there's a flaw. And I don't disagree with that. If you got a pair of Levi's new with tags, how much of a description do you need, Shani? I get it. And the same thing, Jenny. If you got a Flubber Blu-ray, how much of a description do you need? Somebody wants the movie, and as long as there's nothing wrong with it, unless there's a flaw, you're going to put that in the description. But you know what? To be honest with you, when I'm selling, a vintage Murano piece of glass and there's a flea bite on it, or I'm selling a pair of pre-owned shoes that have scuffs or worn laces, or whatever it might be, we have to put a description more so than those. I get it. And my store is very eclectic. I have things all over. I don't sell just one thing anymore. I used to. I started out with all glass, and then I did all books, and now I do everything. So a lot of the stuff we do also is collectibles. So, we've got the football helmets now. We've got the signed baseballs, the shirts, the easiest ones are probably the McFarlane sports figures because they're all sealed and brand new. Unless there's something wrong with the packaging, I'm probably not putting a big explanation about them in the description. And yes, I always put, Shani, and I'm sure you do too, is pictures are part of the description. That's like our staple statement in the description section. Please, please see all photos. Photos are part of the description. That'll also save your, if God forbid you have a complaint with a customer and, something goes wrong with, hey, I had that flaw in all the photographs I sent, this mug showed that little tiny hairline fracture on it or whatever.
Okay, not to change the subject, but I want to know how everybody feels about this and what they do in this situation. This has been my problem. Okay, I'm going to use something as an example. You have a sorry game or any game. It's been opened. It's been played with gently. All the pieces are there. You Google it, you will do whatever, and it sells for, I'm just going to say it sells for $6. Would you list that? Would you list it on eBay? You're not going to make anything off of it. It's going to cost money to ship it. If you offer free shipping, but even if you don't offer free shipping, is it worth listing it?
Probably not. And this is where you've got to kind of decide, if it's something like that, if it's something like that where it's a game, Listed, like Shani said, I'd list the parts. You may make more money parting things like games out.
Okay, you're going to list the parts. Okay, now I understand y'all said that in the past. Okay, you got, I'm not real sure, y'all, I'm kind of naive to this. You got cards, right? You got the cards. Say the cards, they've been opened, right? Because I told you it was open, played with. Okay, you got all the cards are there. Okay, the cards, you're going to list those by themselves? For $5.
Yeah, and you know what here, Robin says, no, moving away from stuff that costs more to ship and handle. That's why I'm clearing out, June.
That's what I'm saying.
And you know what, that's why a lot of people, and this happens, and June, you're getting probably into that part of your eBay career because you started off doing and listing everything. Truly. There comes a point in an eBay's or an eBayer's life where it's just not worth it anymore.
See, that's what I was talking to my husband about. Where are we now?
Right.
At this point, where am I? I told my husband, I said, I'm at the point, Goodwill. I said, James, I am not going to list anything less than $10. If I'm not going to get 10 or more for it, I don't want it.
And some people cut the line to 20, 30,
now,
40.
now, wait a minute. Then I picked up, then I went through the bucket. I found an operation game. Hey, why don't I put it with the sorry game and put a mixed lot? They're kind of on the same age level.
Which you could do.
Huh?
Which you could do.
And say, hey, $10 for both.
And this is where I personally have embraced.
Right. And then how long am I going to sit on that? $10.
Right. I have personally embraced Facebook Marketplace for this reason. Okay. I would take every game that I have, unless I had thousands of games, that's opened and pre-owned. And I would make a stack of 5, 6, 8, whatever. And I would put it out there and I would start high. Facebook Marketplace, I would always start high. Now, we all know what games are brand new, right? Start them out at $50 or $60, whatever, okay, on the Facebook Marketplace, because people will, not only will they chew you down before they come and pick it up, they'll also say, oh, will you take 20? You know?
Right.
So that's another way, because sometimes with that, you also get people, maybe somebody who is going to use it at a school or use it at a nursing home or use it at a facility or something like that. I'm just using games as an example, where that might be the better way to go. Or somebody who's got a kid who loves to lose parts or whatever and just say, I'm going to buy this 5 games, keep them in my closet. And when Joey can't find the cars for the life game, I got a bunch of them here. You will get, $15. Some people, definitely get into that model because, to me, to list anything that's you're going to charge 10 for and it costs you 15 to ship, people aren't even going to buy that stuff.
Yeah. What I have done is, like, I'll get a customer that's, you could tell, just overly nice and just extra nice. I'll throw something in that package with it free, that I don't want or can't see, or I don't know. I am ready to get rid of what I'm not going to list rather than still going. I'll grab a tote and only 4 or 5 things I can't sell. I just want to get it gone and keep only what I need to list here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And stuff I bought from, not you, T. I'm not talking about stuff from you. I'm talking about things I bought from auctions.
Right.
That needs to be gone through, purged, because there's stuff I can't sell. I've talked to you about that.
Yeah.
I can't, there's paper. I can't. In other words, there's leaves. I can't put leaves on eBay to sell.
Right.
It sticks.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. I mean, look at Robin. She says she's taken down over 200 items and less collectibles. She's moving on. I mean, she's got, plans now that she's retired, and she's going to concentrate on eBay. It was probably easy, and I get it. When you're working full time, sometimes it's just a secondary income, and
Robin, we need to be neighbors. I love the shipping and packing.
I want out of shipping, packing, frustration.
Oh, I could sit, and if James would just do all this other, I would ship and pack all day long.
Not me. Not me.
I love the buying of the paper, the packaging, the boxes, the packing, the making the boxes, taping everything about it. Everything about it. What?
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? And that again, the flip aspect of it, I can share my listings.
When you list on eBay? Wow, T, look at that.
Yeah. Well, Flip shares it over to the Facebook Marketplace. So that's what I was doing with my artwork for a while, is all the artwork that I put up on eBay, I was sharing to the marketplace, because I'd rather sell it locally than to have to ship out that thing and then sometimes end the listing over on eBay. But I've done individual items over there as well. They're not as good to me on the Facebook Marketplace, because people will ask you to ship, and it's up to you if you want to ship.
No.
But
are you losing money? T and Rob, they're not going to lose money on their shipping. No. No way in hell they're going to lose money on their shipping.
Right. Vintage Memory says not standard Facebook Marketplace listing. It still requires you to ship the item. Right. So they do. Facebook Marketplace does have a whole thing where you can do.
They know how to do that shipping and handling better than anybody in this world. They do. Yeah. They know how to do it. I just can't. I'm almost to understand how they do it. I thought I had it down.
Robbie's not happy unless he's making money on shipping.
But they got it down to where it's perfect.
Well, he does. I would say he does more than I do, for sure.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
It does work. And I messed it up on this last 5 I did, and I lost over $100 on it this last go round. I know I did. But I did calculated shipping, and that's why I lost on it. And I told James, I said, James, I need to redo it. But it was too late. I already sold 2 of the ones that I did the calculated shipping on where I knew I lost, but I'm going to not do that again. But I lost because I ran out of boxes, and they were bigger boxes, and I didn't know how to, so I ordered them. They're supposed to be in tomorrow. So you do what you got to do with what you got. And I had to lose because of the boxes, and I was too lazy to cut them. But that's what you do. I wish they made the size we really need for those dolls. They don't. They don't. No company makes the size we actually need. You either cut them or you go big.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we actually need a 20. We need a 26, 8, 10, 8. They don't make that. They make a 27, 10, 10.
Okay.
So, but anyway, this has been a very informative, educational, which is kind of the same thing.
Yeah, and again, guys, if you guys ever need me to share my screen and kind of show off anything we talk about, the ending and selling similar, or the flip. I mean, Adam, if you want us to help with the flip, am I the only one she adds shipping costs? Am I the only one she adds shipping costs to their eBay? Always, Adam. Always.
I was hoping my price, to be honest, on those things that I did calculated shipping on, I had it in the price. Trust me. Didn't I, T?
Well, if you do calculated shipping, you can always pad the measurements or the weight.
The dolls.
So this way, if you do 27 by 11, 11, or whatever the case may be, it will automatically build in the extra cost.
It was in the price. It was in the price. Who knows?
Yeah, you definitely you know, or you up your price a little bit. I
It
know
would not,
there's
it would
always
not
a back
have
and
been,
forth. There's
it would
always,
not have been if it'd been from anybody else.
yeah.
Put it that way, right? She
Yep.
knows what I'm talking about. If it'd been from anybody else, I would have lost money. That's all I can say.
How do you run a sale if shipping is free? Well, I mean, you still run a sale, but it's up to you how much you want to run a sale for. Maybe you're only going to do a 5% sale, because you got to remember shipping's included in there. Or again, Robin, I say sometimes what I do is I go high and then run the sale, you know.
I just don't do free shipping.
Yeah, you get to a point again in your eBay career, which I used to do free shipping all the time. And, you know, there's logic behind both, or whether or not.
I did in the beginning. I did only for a couple months though, but I started, I don't know, I started shipping just fluctuates so much that it hurt. Just seeing it hurt my heart. I couldn't see raising the price of the item to cover the shipping, because it made the customer look like, oh my God, that's expensive. Even though they're still paying the shipping, at least it looked different to them for some reason. You know,
See, now Jenny says I do free shipping on most lighter items. And Jenny, I'm just going to defer back to what you sell, because you know what, when you do a lot of media stuff, a lot of people that sell media do free shipping. But, you know, instead of selling your DVD for $4.99, you do $10.99 free ship or whatever. You know, I'm just, again, using it as an example. A lot of people do that because, and there's also a lot of competition in that stuff, at least the bread and butter stuff, right? Some of the more rare, less, you know, obvious items will sell for more regardless. And you got to hope to make your money up in stuff that you got to turn your store over with the bread and butter stuff. So I get it. Yeah, right. It's in the price, 100%, 100%. All right, guys. So we're going to say goodbye, but we'll do this again. I'm going to see again. I'm going to get your sheets done. Those of you that want in, anybody who wasn't in the listing challenge before and wants a copy of the spreadsheet to keep yourself accountable, regardless of what platform you sell on, just shoot me a text or an email if you're new and want to do it. And if I need to hide any of your columns because you don't know how to do that, Nicole, I have your information. You just do the eBay. But if anybody else has it, just shoot me, needs it, just let me know.
I just copied the last month and changed the date.
All right, you could do that too. But I'm going to do it for everyone, so it doesn't matter for the rest of the year. All right, guys. I will probably not see you guys till next Tuesday or Wednesday evening. I will go live one of those nights. I'm not sure which one yet. I will keep you guys posted. Everyone, prayers, guys. Please, please, please. Oh, that's all I'm asking. And while I'm gone, if you guys can watch videos, give me a thumbs up, leave comments. Greatly appreciate it.
Fire, coffee, something.
I greatly appreciate any of that.
Just that would help, because she has to pay to park, or she has to buy food while she's there. She doesn't have her kitchen. She can't cook her food. I'm joking, but seriously.
My biggest fan, June. Thank you.
I don't mean to be begging. I'm begging for her because I love them so much, you guys.
Can you do a short after Robbie's surgery? If he lets me.
He's my bestest friend. And every penny helps. Every prayer helps.
Well, that's why I said even watching the videos will help the pennies get towards.
Right. That's what I'm talking
about. I mean, it sounds silly, but it does add up.
When you go to sleep, you can turn it on, the volume just a little bit. Don't mute it, because then she don't get credit for it. That puts pennies in her pocket. And it'll buy her food.
And doesn't take them out of yours, because I know how
tough it is. Lay your head on your pillow, you can say a prayer for Rob.
I forgot how to video to go from one to the other. I think you actually have to do it on the page where it's already in, like
video to go from. Oh, you play all, right? Is that what she's talking about?
Yeah, because I think it has to be in
Go to the playlist.
the
It says
playlist.
playlist, and then it gives you the option to play all. Trust me, I know how to do that because I do it all the time for her.
I'll have to work on adding more to playlists. That'll have to be
If
another
you don't
thing.
put them in the playlist, it doesn't give you that option.
All right, I'll work on that. Yes. All right, I'll work on that. Thank you guys. You guys are great. I love you. All right, thank you everyone who came in. She Picker, if you're still here, thanks for joining. Susanna, great to see you. Anybody else who joined who I haven't seen in a while? Craig, hey, be in touch, guy.
Thanks,
And
guys.
everyone else, always thank you. And if anybody needs anything, you can always call me. Feel free to reach out, text. It's not like I'm leaving the state. I'm not leaving the country. So
guys, if you can't get her, she usually keeps in touch with me. Those of you that know how to get a hold of me, if she tells me not, I won't. But if I know something, I will keep you updated as well.
Thank you, June.
Because everybody cares about them. She thinks y'all don't, but I know you
do. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Love you all. I'll see you next week.